Talking about American politics, I think we're all exhausted when I say I don't care. Um, I don't care like I did. I'm still going to observe. I'm still going to speak my opinion about what's happening currently. It doesn't mean that, like, I'm going to get involved. I'm not going to vote. Let's just say, like, do I trust the voting system, what we have so far? Like, what we've seen? Let's just look at the voting system right now and say, oh, you can vote. You can vote. I can vote. Yeah. When I was growing up, I never heard about any of these elections taking a few days to calculate the votes, or possibly weeks. If it did, it was an anomaly. I probably it was an outlier. But the the elections were pretty much, we counted them by hand, and we knew by that night who won. Not this whole we're shipping in these ballots in the middle of the night. Like, I don't trust the 2020 election. I don't even know if I trust this last election after what I see. And at this point, when I see American politics the way it is, it's like you vote for a piece of crap or you vote for the other piece of crap. I looked at Trump. I was a heavy Trump supporter, and if you don't believe me, MAGA, if you watch this MAGA, oh, you're just a liar. Well, you can go back on the history of my YouTube channel, or you can go on my TikTok, Enslaved Ones, and you can look back in the past. I was a huge Trump supporter because I thought, like, that's a soft revolution. Because I don't want a physical revolution. I know what can happen. It's devastating. If we have a physical revolution where we overthrow the government physically, a lot of people in our population will perish. And it leaves us open to foreign invasion, foreign influence. We'll be taken over by another country, which we kind of already are. It already seems like we're taken over by Israel. But I looked at Trump as like, wow, I like what he says. He says a lot of good things. Some things I'm just like, when he was talking about, like, he is consistent when he said that he doesn't want Iran to have nuclear weapons. From my stance, it's like, okay, but if the rest of the world agrees that they shouldn't have nuclear weapons and they're going to help us and support us by disarming them, that's one thing. But why are we doing it by ourselves? If the rest of the world don't care if they have nuclear weapons, why the hell should we? You know what I mean? They're fine with it. Do I think that they should have nuclear weapons? No. Do I think that anybody should have nuclear weapons? No, including us. Should we have nuclear weapons? No, not at all. Anybody. Like, we need to get rid of them altogether. That's what I would like. Good to see, like, the all of these people that I was excited. I'm like, man, we're getting a lot of people in there that's America first. That we're actually gonna fix some of the problems here in America, and that's why a huge thing. That's why I was supporting Trump, because he seemed like he was going to correct. I know he can only do so much, but he can inject influence. He can get a lot of people to start voting out the people who are destroying America from within, the Democrats, and we can destroy the neocons. You want to keep these foreign wars active. But what happened was we might as well had Nikki Haley in there. We might as well had, who's that guy? The governor of Florida, I forgot. DeSantis. We might as well had DeSantis in there. And when Trump avoided an assassination twice, but that one was right on point, I thought to myself, he's going to be rogue. He's going to come in there and just release all this stuff. The gloves are off now. And who knows, he could do a 180. Hey, listen, I might be supporting Trump again in the future. I'm a pragmatist. He could sit here and listen to some of these advisors and like, wait, I'm unpopular? Why don't people like me? Oh, look at this. I've been listening to you. We went to war with Iran. We've been supporting Israel nonstop. And look what it's done to us. People don't support me anymore. The only people that support me are the people who are Zionists, who are pro-Israel, and cultish type of yes men. That's the only people that support me. You know, and the Republicans sit here like, the midterms. Dude, I don't give a damn about the midterms. I don't care. You guys, you Republicans, have the House, Senate, and the presidency. What have you done? You secured the border. We don't have all these people coming in illegally. Well, you still have a lot of people coming in legally. Well, we have like 1 million people coming in here legally. Wow, we have all these illegals here. Can we get these illegals out of here first and, you know, dwindle down the migration for a little bit? Like, I think that we need to stop the migration for a little bit of time, unless it's women that want to be stay-at-home mothers and wives that actually want that. Can we have good jobs? Can we be able to like build ourselves up, build up our savings, build up our equity, or build up our assets? No, we just have to sit here and be in survival mode. And then the Republicans are sitting here spitting in our face like, suck it up, buttercup, while they're tweeting from their ivory towers. You look at all the people who went in with Trump, and how many of them are left? All of these so-called MAGA, good American first people, they want to clean things up. How many of them are left? RFK? Dan Bongino, a fraud. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to make you. You didn't even last a year, dude. Kash Patel, what have you done? Tulsi Gabbard, she's out. Chrissy Nolan ended up being a complete fraud. It just was like a publicity stunt, pretty much. I think he just fired the press secretary, or she's out. I don't know if she got fired, but she's out. And what do I see out of this administration? Feminism. It pushes feminism. You know, I look at Trump as like, I thought he was a pragmatist, you know, but he basically was just leeching onto all these little categories to try to get us pumped up, you know. Even Elon, like, he's out too, right? I think he probably might be coming back to try to support some Republicans, but even he was out quickly. Look at Doge. Oh, we're saving billions of dollars. We're saving billions of dollars. There's all this corruption. Like, look at Social Security. Like, these people are passed away, but somebody's still getting Social Security checks. Who's being arrested? What is being done? Like, there's no arrest. Like, Pam Bondi didn't do nothing. There's no arrest. All of this corruption has been exposed and nothing's been happening. The Epstein files, the pedos, what is being done about that? Nothing. Nothing's been done about that. And Democrats, I'm going to say this to you. What have you done? What did the prior administration do about the Epstein files? Nothing. Nothing. They were complicit as well. And this whole, this one, the Republicans print out a lot of money. Yeah. The Democrats print out a bunch of money. Yeah. You both do. You both are making it really hard for us to live. And now I'm seeing like Republicans like Anna Luna Paulina or whatever. She's got a kid, a baby. Resign. Like, you're supposed to be a trad wife. You're supposed to care about you're a feminist. Your husband should have ran. Oh, you probably use your sexuality to get where you're at. I'm look at Lauren Boebert. She's traditional. She left her husband. After so many years, she left her husband. I think we had that the video of her in that like dark auditorium. They were watching a play, I don't know, and she was like getting felt up by a Democrat. And then she ended up with Kid Rock. I don't know where she's doing now. I don't really care. Marjorie Taylor Greene. She says a lot of base things I like. But at the end of the day, is she just trying to promote her brand? Does she really care about America? I need to be on Cameo, and yeah, you can give me so much money and I'll give you a shout on a Cameo. You don't have enough money? You're supposed to be Christians. You're supposed to be Christians, man. Why are you guys obsessed about money? Status. And she's a divorcee, by the way, as well. Chrissy Nome, a conservative. Look at her husband. Her and her husband, whatever they're doing, she ended up like cheating on him, and he was like doing stuff with, I don't know, fake boobs or something on camera. I don't know. But she was cheating with somebody in the administration, allegedly. It's like, these people are supposed to be traditional Christians. And look at how they're acting. They're just LARPers. That's all they are. They're just using Christianity as their vessel to get people to latch on. That's all they're doing. And I'm not saying that some of them, like Chrissy Nome, hasn't done great things in her state. But it's like, I don't like seeing women in power, to be honest. I don't like hearing them talk about politics. Whenever they start talking at all, blah, 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 this, that, I just don't care. I don't care what they have to say. And they could be more smart. They could be more intelligent than me. But I'm like, Trump likes to push this. Who's going to be his next press secretary? It's going to be another woman? So, like, there's this conspiracy that Israel basically were threatening to assassinate him, allegedly, if he didn't stay in the war with Iran. Is he being held hostage? Is that what's happening? I don't care about. And here's the thing: before all this happened, I really didn't look at Iran as. I wasn't like Nick Fuentes. Oh, I hate Iran, and I didn't. Not Iran. Israel. I really didn't care. They just like some small country, and I didn't connect the dots that we were going to wars that benefited them. like I didn't dig deep like a Nick Fuentes said. I pretty much thought we were going in there because we wanted to, you know, for oil, basically. So I didn't really think too much. Iraq. We went in to try to find the people who did the 9/11. Afghanistan. I was like, why are we in Iraq for that? I understood Afghanistan going in there, but what are we doing why are we invading Iraq? Why are we destabilizing Iraq for what? Did they have anything to do with 9/11? No, they had weapons of mass destruction. But they never found them. They never found them at all, right? So the Trump administration is basically morphed into the W. Bush administration, and I hated them. And now I hate this administration. I hate Trump. Do I regret my vote? I mean, I regret my undying support for them, how I got myself ostracized by everybody. It is what it is. But my vote, what does it matter? Perhaps voting for Trump kept this establishment, which, hey, listen, if this establishment, like I said before, I've said this plenty of times, I don't care about owning anything as long as I'm taken care of. I want to be like a damn cat. I want the lifestyle of a cat. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I don't need to sit here and have all, I don't mind safety. I like safety. I want to feel safe and I want to feel secure in my own country. I want to feel like I can go anywhere in my country and not be attacked. Is it going to happen? Sure. But I want it to be rare. I want to go to anywhere in my country and it look beautiful. Is that bad? We're supposed to be like a first world country, and then you go to these cities and it's like you see dilapidated parts of the cities. Like, what are we doing about this? Why are we worried about the Iran? Like, there's plenty of oil here, man. Like, we don't need to be over there. We can make our own oil. We can drill for our own oil in our own continent. There's obviously oil in South America. Why are we not building up Mexico? Why are we not destroying the cartels? Why are we not just like building up South America? Why are we like allowing all of these jobs to go to China and not diverse? Some of them could have went for sure. But why do we not diversify and have some of these jobs in countries south of our country? Like, we wouldn't have all the mass illegals coming here because they would have a decent life where they're at. Why don't we build our own stuff up in our own continent? There's no unity anymore. Like, what's the unity? I don't think that we either have to go one way or the other. And what I say is we need to basically take over Canada, Greenland, Mexico, and parts of Central America and get rid of our current government and just have a basic dictator that actually is going to solve problems. Because like what we have now is nothing's being done. The only thing that's being done is they're printing out more money, making our lives worse. And what they don't get is soon, like they keep doing this, they don't want any wealth coming to us, so we can, keep the machine moving. The trickle down. Like, there is no trickle down. Even a trickle down, there's not even a trickle down at this point. It's just all out survival. That's all it is. Like, all of my money goes towards bills. This is a lot of Americans. We actually produce things. We don't go to work because we like the job we do. Maybe some people do. Maybe some people, like, they like to go to work because there's people there that they like, and they've, you know, developed a bond with them. But I go to work because I have to, not because I want to. I would rather much donate my time to the community to try to, you know, make it better. Like, do things other than have to worry about bills. Anyway, like, grocery prices are high, gas prices are high. You know, this is what we see. Any news, this is what you see with the gas prices. It goes up, it goes down. It usually goes down slower, but they go up quick, right? Oh, we're having the Strait of Hormuz open. Prices come down a little bit for gas. Oh, now it's blocked off. Boom, straight up. Straight up. Start slowing down. Okay. This is what we're seeing. And Trump just makes himself look like a liar. We look weak. We look weak compared to not compared, but to the rest of the world. The same as Biden. I look at this Iran debacle, and I debated somebody too. It's on my YouTube channel. I debated this guy. He's from Iran or something, and he's like, he wants us to liberate them. Yeah, what are you guys doing to liberate yourselves? And that was my point. I was saying, hey, economically, we can't support this. You know, I feel for you, but if, like, we have to have a revolution against our own government, are you going to help out? No. But why the hell do we have to help you out? Help yourselves out. Oh, so we've done what they wanted, these people who want to liberate themselves, and have they liberated themselves? Have they stood up against the Iran fascist, or what is it? Not fascist, but tyrannical government? Have they stood up? No. They're complicit. They're not doing anything. Complete waste of time, just like I said. We need to worry about our own selves. We're sitting here trying to put out fires of other nations while ours is on fire. This empire, whatever it is just absolute garbage. It feels like a new world order type of deal. You know? These globalists, they're winning. Trump is a disaster. You know what I mean? He's like, the first administration was good. And he got a lot of credibility because, like, I looked at things, I'm like, you're working hard and the Republicans are fighting against you. And I was like, hopefully I thought we got a lot of these people. I thought things were turning. You know, I think that his daughter, which is crazy, his daughter, I mean, I think she was the head of the RNC. And you look at that, it's like his daughter. Why not one of his sons or somebody else? Why does it have to be a woman? It's just feminism. It's a sad, like I said, if we continue this, what I'm hoping for is he does a 180. If he does a 180 and realizes he's screwed up and just we need to fix our own infrastructure first? Like, if we're gonna print out a bunch of money, can we print out a bunch of money to fix ourselves, to make good jobs for people, to fix our own country, to make it beautiful? Do we have to have these dilapidated buildings? Can we stop sprawling out? Can we create our 15-minute cities, please? What can we fix our cities? Some of our cities probably need to go away. There's people that can assimilate, and they don't need to be in every single city. They refuse to. And here's the thing is, like, if they're going to be on welfare anyway, like, if we're supporting these people, it's like, okay, like, we're cutting off your welfare. This is what we're doing. And we're going to put you in a different place with people that agree. Like, we're going to concentrate you guys. You guys don't want to assimilate, you know, here we're giving you this. We're giving you this area. This is your area now. We're going to ship you there. We're going to give you incentives to come here. This is yours. You're not going to be like sprinkled everywhere because you refuse to assimilate. You're not contributing anything to society. The only reason why you exist is off of the taxpayer. But, oh, that's horrible. Well, what are we supposed to do? We can't have these people who are making the communities in our cities, which should be absolutely beautiful, unsafe. The ones who are contributing and are good, hardworking, like they can stay, but the ones who are just on welfare and they refuse. And I'm not saying like people who are old or kids or disabled or people who, you know, foster parents or stuff like that. I'm talking about the people who just have kids just to stay on the system. I'm talking about them, because all they're producing is future inmates, basically, or like horrible people in society who perpetuate the trash behavior. Is it radical for me to say this? Sure. Is it radical for us to continue doing what we're doing? Yes. I look at Trump as a weak man, dude. You're a weak man. I'm so disappointed. There was so much potential there, and all these influencers, all these right wing I'm so. This is why I don't trust them. Oh, this and that, blah blah. Like a Lauren Southern, right? Allegedly was hooking up with Destiny, left. You know what I mean? Like these people. Oh, we don't like each other, blah blah blah, and then like they're behind the scenes hooking up with each other. I'm seeing like last week or 2 weeks ago, there's this conservative influencer, this young woman, attractive. She's sitting back, like with their legs open. Like every video they're showing, it's like. Can we bring back like women who respect them, like ladies? Can we make ladies great again? It is crazy. It is crazy how a lot of these women are radical woke. They believe in that ideology because that was trendy. And they go along with all the like the woke stuff, which communism. You right wing people when I say like I'm a socialist now, I'm pragmatic. Okay, I look at my environment. It feels like a socialist environment. It feels like a communist environment. I feel like I'm in a communist environment. Maybe not as brutal as the communists in the past, but if I'm not getting anywhere, I'm working hard, I'm not getting anywhere. Oh, that's your fault because you're not working 80 hours. Who the hell is going to work 80 hours a week? The only way I'm going to work 80 hours a week is if I'm going to do something I want to do. That's the only way. I have my own business, I'm going to work 80 hours a week. I don't want to work like that anyway. I like leisure time. I like to unplug. I don't want to sit here and think about my business 365 days a year, losing sleep 24/7 a day. If it's something fun, cool. But yeah, if it was something fun, enjoyable, one thing, cool. But like, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and like produce shampoo and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna sit here and work 100 hours a week producing shampoo and being worried about all the economics of it and this and that. Doesn't intrigue me. That's cool that people, are workaholics and they can work 80 hours a week, but most of us, we don't want to. We do the whole point of the 40-hour work week was you have the 40 hours. So you have your 8 hours of the day you work. 8 hours for relaxation. You know what I mean? You eat and you enjoy some entertainment, which there's nothing wrong. I've seen these people saying like, oh, blah, 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 sports ball. So what, man? Some people get entertained by sports ball. You call sports ball. People are entertained by politics. Like, it's who cares? It's all entertainment. Look at politics isn't like, it doesn't mean anything. It's WWE. I might as well watch WWE. Like, what? I'm so intelligent. Like, dude, like Nate Fuentes. Oh, sports ball. Like, hating on people because they go to cons. You're a loser. Like, you sit at home on, like, hey, listen, man. Because you don't want to get out and enjoy anything, you don't want to enjoy things with other people, that's on you. If you don't like if you don't appreciate going to a musical it might not have to be but do you not like music? Do you not enjoy a song? Would you not like to see let's just say you're an opera, you like opera, classical. Would you not like to go to a show where somebody's performing? No? That's what I'm saying with these people. I don't trust any of them. And to see like the America First people, them attacking each other. Jake Shields and Nick Fuentes and Dan Bonzario, whatever. It's a joke. Candace Owens is mixed in there. They're just attacking each other. There's no like unifying. And I'm supposed to trust these people? Obviously, I don't trust Trump at all. But, I will jump right back on that Trump bandwagon if he does a 180 and starts fixing our damn country and making our country, like, him coming out here lying and saying this is the golden age? Like, this is the best it's gonna get? For who? For you? For you and your family? For your rich people? This is the best it's gonna get? What about us? Because it's not the best for us. You're a complainer. They call me a complainer because I'm speaking the truth. These people call me a complainer, but they don't live in doing what I'm doing. Come down here to my level and try to do what I'm doing. You wouldn't be able to handle it. Work the job I work. Do it every day in and day out. Do it in the heat. No, you won't. I don't respect these people, man. Like, they've been out of the game for so long. Like, maybe a while ago, Tim Pool, he did it. He said, "Oh, I worked for 2 years doing luggage handling at an airport." Phil Avante, him saying he was in the military. I respect that. But, like, how long's it been since you guys have been out? You know what I mean? Like, it's been like 20 years? 30 years for you? Like, you're not out here grinding like we are, and you're trying to tell us how to live? Oh, like, if capitalism works for you, it doesn't work for me. So I'm not going to support it. I see a bunch of monopolies that control everything, and I'm supposed to defend these people? Hey, if they were providing, if I didn't have to worry about money, cool, man. I don't mind going there. If I feel like I can go on vacation, like, yeah, I can have some time off to go on vacation and not have to worry about it. And if I didn't have to, like, constantly worry about, well, if I make one wrong move, I'm gonna be homeless. Like, I don't have health insurance. Like, somebody like me, not having health insurance should terrify this fucking society. I'm out here getting my hands dirty, doing jobs that a lot of Americans can't do, I guess. And you can't just import third world people in to do my job. You can't do that. And that's what's happening. I'm saying, I'm an essential worker. I can't afford health insurance. That should terrify society. Am I just one person? Listen, there's a lot of people in my same boat. There's a lot who are at my level, who do the work to keep this thing going from the inside. The people that society looks down on because we're the plebs. But if it wasn't for the plebs, they would come crashing down. It's just like spitting on farmers, like giving a big F you to the farmers while relying on them to grow your food. Isn't that crazy? That's what it feels like. And that's what it feels like what you've done, Trump. It feels like you've given a big fuck you to us. When you lie and say prices are coming down, that's a big fuck you to us. Because, like, we see it. We go to the grocery store. And I see deals. Yeah, I try to go after the deals I see. Are they deals? If they can lower the price for that, why can't it be more like that? Like, no, they're keeping the prices inflated for a couple of reasons. Because our government will not stop printing out money, devaluing our currency. That's the main culprit of all this. Who's in charge of the government? Rich people. They have the biggest influence. We can see that with Trump. Like, we voted you in and you have sold out to the rich people. I guess that's not shocking. Here's the thing. I was skeptical of Trump, but I thought, man, this is the last hope we have. This is the last hope we have. I don't see any other good leaders. Who else are good leaders? J.D. Vance? Mark Rubio? You think I'm gonna vote for these motherfuckers? Fuck them. It's like, I might as well put in Mike Pence. I want to see, like, crackdowns in the society. I want to see judges held accountable for letting people out who should have been locked up. Like that one black guy that just started hitting white women because they're white, basically. She waved being, bam, 14 counts of whatever. That one guy, the black guy that, and race doesn't really matter, but I'm just saying, I'm pointing out that so people know who I'm talking about. You know, the woman sitting on the bus. He stabs her for no reason. He had like a bunch of criminal history. Why are these people out with us? Why are they allowed to be out with us? I'm buying. Why should I have to be around these people? They've already shown that they don't care. I want to live in a civil society. But if I do anything, then the book is thrown at me. And we're just tired of this crap. We're tired of this crap-ass two-tier system where rich people are not held accountable for anything. They're just enriching themselves. And they're thinking like, hey, society's not going to collapse. I think that we'll see, I think we'll just start seeing more people just start bartering. You know, I think we'll start seeing people come up with their own type of currencies. I think we'll start seeing the little communities do this. That's what I think that we should be doing. I think that pretty much, I think that you're going to see communities, because our government isn't doing anything about the monopolies. I think they're just going to try to be as self-sufficient as possible. And they're going to try to be simple as possible. You know, I'm all for technology, the evolution of technology, but I think that you're going to see more people realize like, hey man, let's just get some land and build our own community. We'll have our own type of currency. And when that community gets big enough and they're like, no, we're not going to pay taxes. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. We're not. What are they going to do? There was a community where I live where a guy was killed right in broad daylight. He was a town bully or whatever. Seen by a bunch of town people. Even the FBI came in. Nobody said. They wouldn't say who did it. What can they do? What are you gonna do if a community gets big enough and they say we're not paying you taxes, government? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna come in there and shoot them all? You gonna arrest them all? No, you'll see a community that stands up. That's like, we're gonna produce everything on our own. We're gonna be self-sufficient as much as possible. We're not gonna rely on electric companies. We're not gonna rely. We're gonna probably they might even say like we're not gonna use electricity as much. Who knows what they do? Like, if I had money, this is what I would do. Like, this is what I'm talking about, you Republicans, and why I think you're full of shit. You want to talk about community, you want to talk about traditionalism, you want to talk about Christianity. Why aren't you building shit like this? Why aren't you building communities where people can go to, where it's self-sufficient, where you can basically give the government a big fuck you? What are you going to do about it? You know, like, take back the land, or back to the land, like that's like an all-white community, but like it doesn't have to be like that. It can be like, hey, we're God first. Hey, we're a God first community. We're a God first community. What about the people? What about the Amish people? Do they have to pay tax? I don't know. I haven't looked into that. Do they have to pay taxes? I think that like you can build a community, have your own type of currency in the community, and it can just, you can take in American dollars, but it's less than, right? Kind of like Canada or other countries look at our dollars like, hey, like in this community, our currency is more valuable than the dollar. You can trade, yeah, we can accept your American fiat monopoly money, but like our currency is way more valuable than yours. So you're gonna have to put a lot of money to get our currency to flip it. But they're not building nothing because they're a bunch of bullshit liars. That's what they are. I don't trust any of these fucking Republicans at all. I honestly look at them as like they're lower than fucking Democrats, because at least I know Democrats want to kill me. At least I know like they openly hate me. At least I'm not being lied to. At least I'm not being stabbed in the fucking back. They sound like this, hey, everything's cool. As soon as you turn it back because you think that they're on your side, stab you right in the back. That's what you've done to us, Trump. That's what you've done to us, MAGA. I was holding that MAGA flag. You can look in my past videos, man. At least I know who my enemy is. I mean, I know who my enemy is now. It's both the Democrats and the Republicans. Because all the Republicans are a LARPing weak version of the Democrats. They're the Democrats 10, 20 years ago. That's all they are. They follow the Democrats. They will not take offense. They're just always on defense. They're afraid to do anything. They're weak. How about like you take the reins when you actually have power and do something? Now the culture is switching a little bit back to like reality and logic. That's cool. We're seeing a lot of pushback of the woke stuff. That's cool. I am a person who can sit here and say, hey, they did this good. They did that good. Look at the Joe Biden. Hey, listen. Did we have any ground invasion? I mean, with Joe Biden? No. Do I agree with everything that he did? No. Do I like Joe Biden? No. But I can say, like, hey, I mean, our country kept moving forward, I guess. Do we have another 9/11 type of thing? No. Do we have any like massive terrorist attacks here on soil? No. So I can give him kudos for that. Just like I can give Trump kudos for stuff that he's done that's solid. And like I said, he can do a 180. He can definitely do it. And if he does a 180 and takes the gloves off and tells Israel, fuck you, he'll regain my respect. I don't respect you, dude. I don't respect you at this point. I just look at you as a narcissist. You're weak because you need to have a bunch of yes men around you. They're not gonna. You want people to fluff you up and make you feel good because like, oh, I'm doing all this. Like, you're not always right, dude. Okay. Oh no, I can't say anything bad about Trump because he might not like me. Like, he doesn't even know who the fuck I am anyway. Fuck do I care with Trump? If this video got back, which it never would, but if it got back to him, fuck do I care about that guy? It's absolutely, like, it's ridiculous You know, it's a slap in the face. This administration is not what I voted for, and at this point, I don't see any point for me to vote in the foreseeable future. I don't see a point for me to vote. There's no integrity in the voting system. Why would I trust it? The whole mail-in stuff is supposed to be for people who are absentee ballots, where basically I'm pretty sure it's for like old people who can't actually show up physically because they're or disabled people, and you have to like sort this out beforehand. Military people who are deployed other places, not just for anybody. Hey, you don't feel like going to vote? And the whole thing is like, why can't we have an ID? You know what I mean? It's just like, why we should have to have proof of who we are, so I'm casting the right vote. Like, what is the problem with that? This is why I don't trust it. You know, if California wants to sit here and do whatever they're doing in their own voting system for local, whatever, you can be corrupt, whatever, I don't care. I don't live there. But federally, it needs to be uniformed across the board. If you're going to vote for big Congress members, for federal Congress, Senate, or president, like, it needs to be the same voting system across the board. Not, we're doing things this way. No. And we can't fix that? Like, these people are supposed to... No, it's intentional, dude. It's intentional. They can't come to an agreement. They can't come to a logical agreement. Like, hey, this makes sense. This is why I say, like, these people... They both suck. And I'm supposed to, like, care about what they say? And here's the thing, too, is, like... Somebody like me can never run for Congress anyway. How am I supposed to run for Congress when I have no clout? Which Nick Fuentes does, by the way. And all these content creators like Andrew Wilson, you got the platform. They just want to sit here and do these stupid debates. Like, Andrew Wilson just gave Candace Owens $300,000 to debate her. Like, who cares, man? Use your platform instead of like arguing with, like, you know, online prostitutes. Like, why don't you just like use your platform to try to get in Congress? You know, you red pill guys. Stop talking about women all the time and being obsessive with them and saying like those are accessory, but your whole life is thinking and talking about them. And why don't you go into like what's his name, Rich Cooper? Why aren't you running for anything in your country? Why aren't you running for office? If I had a platform, I would. I don't have a platform. I have to survive. I'm in survival mode. None of these people are propping me up. None of them are bringing me up. It's a popular club, okay? And only certain people are allowed in it. They don't want to bring anyone else up because I'll make them look bad. I'll call them out. Hey, like, that ain't right. They don't want authentic people in there. How many, like, regular people who aren't getting funded by elites are getting in there? You can't sit here and run a campaign on your own finances being so... Like, I'm barely making it as it is. Think I got the extra money? No. But if I had the clout, I wouldn't need money. In fact, if I got popular and everyone was liking what I was saying, they could literally vote by writing my name in there. I wouldn't even have to be a part of anything. Hey, I have 30 million followers or whatever, 10 million. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Write my name in there. Write my name in there. Don't vote for them. Just write my name in there. Let's do things differently. No. We're going to vote for these people who are basically sellouts. I'm not voting for either side. They're both sellouts. I'm not doing voting for the lesser of two evils anymore. I'm not. If the Democrats are going to destroy our country, if they get back in office, let them do it. Let them do it. It's going to happen anyway. Like, the party's going to be over soon. You can't keep doing this. What are you going to do when, like, the people like me can't afford to live anymore? And we all become homeless? Who's going to do the jobs? Do you think I'm going to keep going to work as I'm homeless? No. Done. I go to work because I want to provide a decent living for myself. The society can't even take care of me when I'm an essential worker? That's crazy. That is crazy, man. I'm basically like one step above welfare, dude. I'm like right there. This is us. This is us, the people who work hard, the people who produce everything, the people who do services, the people who transport things. Like, we're one step above welfare. One step. You think this is sustainable? Okay. Whatever. What the hell do I know, right? I'm just a pleb. I'm just a peasant. I'm just low IQ. Low IQ. The hell do I know? I don't have a degree. I don't have that college degree. Whatever.